Hello friends, I'm back and today we're going to do a little experiment. I'm going to film this on a system that I haven't used before. I call it my Game Filminator 5000, which is basically just a record to a computer contraption. Big shout out to Alexander Radcliffe for recommending this, or for doing it himself so I could copy him and do it myself. Without further ado though, today we're playing Solar Sentinels. It is a 20 strong game. 20 strong could be played, I think currently 3 different ways. There's 3 different games. I've got 2 of them. I'll probably get the other one too. I really enjoyed Solar Sentinels. The theme is basically, I don't know if you're robots or just mech warriors of some sort, but you're doing your best to defeat these enemies here. And today we're going to play this with the objectives, so I'll have to conquer these objectives one at a time. The first one I have is search and destroy. Select a conflict stack. That's one of these. While this is your current mission, all cards from this stack are considered mandatory enemies. And I have to do that for 5 rounds. And once I do that, this is done. The next one says Cry Havoc. In a single commit dice step, commit all dice that are in your dice pool of 3 different dice colors. So, yes, that's easy enough to understand. So while this is my mission, I can apply any critical hits, which are double hits, to this. And after I do 4 of them, then this is secured. So I had to give up 4 of my critical hits, which are kind of rare. So the dice have a couple of different sides. There's only one, this red one here, that's all hits. The rest of them are not. So as the dice go, the red one here is hits all the way around. The purple one, or purple ones, there's 4 of these other types, is the next best one, and with maybe 1 miss on this, I guess. And then this one has 2. In fact, if you look at the little circle that goes around, it's got little notches. It's a little hard to tell on this probably, but it's got little notches to tell you how many hits it is. And the hierarchy is something like this. It's got red being the best, purples, blues, greens, and then yellow. You get to start with all your dice. As we use these, we'll be able to recover some. I'm using Sir Galahad the Lancer. It's not, sir. He's not a knight, I guess. So Galahad the Lancer has an auto javelin. Between each exhaust dice step, return up to 2 committed critical hits. So on a dice face, you've got a miss, you've got a hit, and then you've got a critical hit, which looks just a little bit different. Kind of has a little halo around the plus there. So every round, if I've put one of these on a baddie to take them out, I can take up to 2 of them back before I even get the other 2 dice back that I would get anyway. So that's him. Actually, I had this boss out to check focus. So we're going to shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. We won't know who the boss is right away, but he could be revealed in some of the cards. They tend to come out as we go along. I'll make a little area up above to put my dice after they get removed from the game, and then my current dice will be over here. Alright, and my pool on this side, just to be clear. Alright, so as I look across the enemies that I have to start with, you see that I've got one here, the Berserker, who's got a border around him. That means he's mandatory. So I have to put him down. And a lot of times with these, they'll have these little skulls on it that add other cards. Thankfully he doesn't. But what happens here? Alright, looking at this fella, he's got an after effect. That's what those 2 little arrows mean. And what it says is, count the total number of applied dice. Discard that many cards from the tops of any stack. So however many dice I apply, I can chip down a stack. Getting one of these stacks down to 0 is how we face the boss. So usually I try to focus on one particular stack. Anyway, so we've got to beat him now. I've only got 1 health, right? And we've got this mission too. Our first one is select a conflict stack. So we're just going to make this stack mandatory. Since I pulled from there first, that's my mandatory stack. The counter, the only reason this chip exists is to count things down. It does other things in other games. I haven't looked up the rules for the other games, so I'm not too sure about it, but we're going to put this at 1 because this is the first round. And we'll leave it right there to let us remind us about that. Okay. So count the total number of applied dice. Discard that many cards from that. Okay. So we'll do that later. So we don't have any restrictions on fighting him. We don't have anything to achieve up here. So usually always start by pulling that red dice out. That's a guaranteed hit. It's going to be one of those, maybe 2. If we don't defeat this guy, and we got 3 tries right now, but if we don't defeat this guy, it's 2 wounds and we die instantly. So this could be a really short game if I get too miserly with my dice. So I am going to put some cheapo ones in there because I'd like to take this stack down. It's only going to be the amount of applied dice, right? So, and I'm getting 2 back, right? So, might do that. All right. So surely I get a hit, maybe a double. Maybe. Let's see. To the dice can. All right. So I've got 3, and I'm definitely going to commit this one. These 2, I might be able to do better. And this one was a 0, so I should re-roll it anyway. This one I know won't miss. I can only do better than a single. So I'm going to take this, and this will be my second roll. I'm going to take these dice. I could add dice at this point. I'm not going to. I'm going to just do it. All right. Dice cam. All right. So this is much better. All right, so now I've got, see, I don't have to commit a whole bunch. I would have to do at least 2. So we'll take these 2. And that's enough to take him out. So as soon as I take this guy out, I get 2 health. So this goes up to 3. All right. And before each exhaust dice step, I may return up to 2 committed doubles. So I'll bring these 2 back. And then I get 2 on the recovery. So I'm bringing these 2 back. And I get all my dice back. Hey, hey! This guy is just going to go to a discard pile, which we will start perhaps right here. All right. Discarded. We'll put you over. Okay. Oh, but what was the after effect on that? So I had committed 3 dice. So I get to pick a stack and go 1, 2, 3. Nice. Another rule that they have with Solar Sentinels is at the end of a round, after you've done your battle, you remove 1 card. So we're just going to remove another one from the middle. There are 13, I can't remember. The easiest way to set this up too is just to take the whole stack of enemies and go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think there are 15 in each of these stacks, but I could be misremembering that because you don't really have to count them out. I just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 until they're all evenly stacked. All right, so this is the second round of this. This is calling this stack is mandatory, so I have to pick from there no matter what comes up. We're moving on to 2. So far that's working out great. Okay. So 5 wounds is pretty difficult. It'll only hit me for once if I don't get it. It says in the roll dice step, -1 health for each die color that rolls 2 or more hits. Oh my goodness. That is pretty mean. -1 health for anything. So if I roll doubles, then whew. But if I get this and the recover dice step, I see with that I can strap them in as equipment. I can hold up to 3 things right now. And this little universal thing means it could just always be true. And it's saying I can always pick up a yellow and a green. So that's pretty neat. Okay. So let's try to get him. But we need to hit. I need to not be too worried. Well, we need to hit without it being doubles, but can't really control that. Let's definitely make it so I don't have to roll a double. Oh my gosh. I have a feeling I'm about to get toasted. Toasted brown. Let's see. Perfect. So that couldn't have worked out any better than it did. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has been defeated. Don't have to do any of that because I rolled no doubles whatsoever. So these have been committed. Because of that, there's none of this won't take effect. So I only get to bring back 2 dice. So I will take these 2 back. I'll put them over there. These guys are sort of in limbo right now. This guy gets locked in as a piece of equipment. Now it can only hold 2 more things. But I will get to bring back yellow and green stuff. So that's pretty cool. All right. When one of these creatures is defeated at the end of the round, we're going to remove something from the middle. Oh, and we're going to move a card, but we can't remove mandatory cards. I hope I didn't do that before. I'm just going to go over here. This will be my secondary one. Oh gosh. Okay. So, this is going to be round 3 of doing this. Playing this mandatory. He doesn't have the plus, so I don't have to bring this guy out. A max of 2 dice can be applied to this enemy. Ooh. I'm definitely going to do my 2 highest dice. Oh my gosh. This is going to be kind of difficult. He doesn't do any damage. So I guess this is just going to be one of those tricky ones. So let's see what we can do. I've got 3 tries because I've got my 3 right there. Holy moly. Not bad. You're defeated. That's awesome. Alright, so I'll lock this in on the side. This says, in the roll dice step, re-rolling unapplied hits from previous strategy phases is optional. So usually anything that you don't apply has to go into your re-roll pool. So that is not the case with this one. His special ability lets me return doubles, so I get these 2 back, and then I got my recovery of 2 right here. After I defeat an enemy, I can remove one of these. It can't be one of these, but it could. Well, technically I'm calling this stack. Oh gosh, I think I'm doing that wrong. Because I'm calling this stack mandatory. I can't remove a mandatory, right? So, okay. Gosh. I feel like I accidentally cheated. So I'm not going to move this up. I'm going to go ahead and just do 1 extra. It's going to be 6 for me. Oh, good. Now, because these are all mandatory, I'll pick this one. For each double I apply to an enemy, I must first exhaust an unapplied hit. Ugh, he does 2 damage. Pretty bad. Another permanent effect. At the start of each round, +1 heart if I have 3 or fewer wounds. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I think what I'm going to do with this guy, I guess the more of these I throw, the more potential I've got for getting doubles, but because I've got this special ability to get these back, I'm going to roll all of these. Let's see how it does. Wow, that is a bunch of nothing. I think I'm going to add my red die in. And go again. This is number 2. Ugh, okay. 2 doubles. So I'd have to remove 2 hits. That leaves me with these 2 that hit. Really only this one I'd want to put down. So now I've got 1 on there. I've got all these I can't do. This says actually for each of the doubles I apply, I have to exhaust. So I'm applying these doubles. Oh, so I could just do that. So the exhaust just means it's not used. Alright, so with that, he is defeated. In fact, I could just put both of these doubles that I rolled on there. Done this with the rest. So these are all exhausted. And with this special rule, I'm going to get these back. With this special rule, I'm going to get these back. And with my recovery, I get these back. He is defeated. I could put him in. I guess I will. I guess I'll put him in, but that I might want to see. I might want to get these other kinds of abilities. I think I want to leave a little space. This one isn't a rule that I remember to do very often, so I'm going to go ahead and discard that in favor of keeping this one. And I know I could probably just keep that in there and use it. I just like making that decision now. Alright, so these are exhausted. I can't use them. These are still up for grabs. Still doing pretty good as far as the dice management step goes. Everything is mandatory. I don't know if I can remove one if all 3 are mandatory. Alright, so normally I would discard at the end of the round, but because of this little thing we've got going on here, these are all mandatory, so we discard nothing. I'm definitely ticking this up. Alright, this is number 4. How many? We gotta do 5 of these. Alright, so all mandatory, so I pick this one. Okay. On this one, after this round, if red or purple are applied to any enemies, discard the top card from all 3 stacks. Okay. I like that deal. This is, of course, going to be 3 damage. That's a lot of damage. So I really, really need to take this one out. Okay. So what are we going to put on him? Well, we definitely want red and purple. He's tempting me out. These red and purple dice. In fact, we want to make sure to get it. Well, it's just 3. Could get lucky and get a double. Let's go ahead and just throw all of these at. All of these things right at him. Interesting. So of these things, I'm gonna keep this purple one. Put that on there. This red one, I'm just gonna roll again. In fact, I've got 3 more rolls. Let's go ahead and do that. My goodness. Okay. Okay. I'm up in the ante. This is my last chance, and I do not want 3 wounds. That will kill me. I'm putting these 2 into this, and we're rolling all of it again. This is my last chance. Need 2 hits out of this, and I got them. So these are what's left, and they are exhausted. These guys go on here. I get this little bonus to discard the enemies from every stack. All right. Again, this is mandatory, so at the end of this round, I can't pull from here, so I'm just going to take this one out. All right. And this is this one will let me recover all my blue ones, and it's like a one-shot deal. That's what that little arrow means. I can do it one time when I'm ready. So I'm just going to keep that cocked and ready to go here. I'm going to readjust a little bit. There we go. All right, so I had this committed, so with this thing, I get that back. And with my recovery, I get 2 dice back. I'll use all these. With this rule, I get a yellow and a green back. So I'm taking that. At the start of each round, I'm at 3, so I don't get anything. And this maybe I'll do later. All right. So this will be my last round of this being a mandatory stack, and then that'll be done, and I can work on the next objective. Since this is mandatory, I'm taking it, and it's going to require me pick another one. Is there anything easier than this one? Oh boy. A max of 3 dice can be committed from your dice pool in each commit dice step. That's until this guy's defeated. Once that happens, this won't matter. Oh boy, this has a really tough one too, and a high, but not as high as that. So that's kind of right out, because it's gonna be pretty bad. Max of 5 dice. Okay, that actually kind of pairs well. It's about the same strength as this. So we're going to take this one to be his +1. All right. These are out of reach. Let's see what we got here. Max of 3 dice. Well, if I'm picking 3 dice, I'm picking these 3. My 3 strongest of my 20 strong dice. And I need to take him out right away so I can increase the amount. But boy, 5 on these that's 3. That's a lot. And each dice step. So I can roll as many as I want. That's how many I can commit. And this can only, so I can only really roll 5. But they need to all be doubles. So there's 5 to settle this rule, and then how many I lay down will affect this rule. All right, to the dice can. Need some doubles. Oh, praise be. All right, and here's my roll. And this is the way it's going down. I can only, max of 3 dice can be committed. So I'm about to commit dice onto here. And there's 1, There's 2, and there's 3. So this guy is defeated. His rule is no longer in play. All right. And then we've got this guy. A max of 5 dice can be committed to this whole engagement. So this is the dice I'll have for everything. I got my double right here. I just got really lucky on this last roll. Now all I have to do is roll 1 hit with a purple dice. Supposedly that's really easy to do. And there we go. I got the super fancy always roll double, always roll critical hit dice, I guess. All right, so let's break this down this end of the turn. Because of this rule, I can take back 2 committed critical hits. The rest of these are going over here for now to my exhausted dice pool. These things could come into my hand. My hand's kind of full. I haven't needed this very much. I could trade that for banish a die from my dice pool to deal damage to a 1 or 2 enemy equal to the number of hit sides on the banished die. It's kind of interesting, but I don't think I want to do that. So I'm just going to put him away. Flip the top boss card face up. I don't care about that either. Let it be a surprise. I'm looking at this one's special ability, which is to recover all the blue dice, and I'm looking at, I think the very next thing I have to do is commit all dice of a particular color. So finishing up my recovery step, I get 2 dice back. I'm going to pick these 2 purples. Also get a yellow and a green. That leaves me with 2 dice, or 3 dice that are exhausted, and we'll put them over here in the tired spot. Okay. So this has been done. Every one of these that I don't finish before I fight the boss brings in an extra person that I have to defeat. Alright, so it's the end of the round, and I'm going to remove a card. This is no longer mandatory. This is mandatory, and now we'll have to pull from over here. What do I need to do for this next thing is, in a single commit dice step, commit all dice that are in your dice pool of 3 different dice colors. Okay. Alright, so I'm planning that out. Alright, so I need to bring, let's see, each enemy can have only 1 die color applied to them. So I'm going to go, that's tough. I guess I'll pull him down. Oh, only 1 die color. That's not so bad. Boy, I like this. This will give me the ability to get more dice on the end turn. It hasn't been a big problem. I'm able to commit, and that's been okay. So let's see. So I don't have to do the. I'm going to do the blues because I got this to get them back. The yellows, not too sure about. Maybe I'll do the reds. That's all the dice that are red, and my purples that are left. That's all my dice that are purple. Then I guess the blues, of course, because I've got something to get those back. Right. But I'm going to have to banish the dice that's applied to this. And I don't know if I want to banish all of these. Let's see if I can get them with the yellow. Let's see. a single dice step. Commit all the dice that are in your dice pool to 3 different dice colors. So I guess I'm doing that now. Oh boy, that's a big handful of dice. Oh no! Okay. So we got these things here. Let's bring them over and evaluate what's going on. All right. A bunch of misses with the yellows, of course. Each enemy can only have 1 die color applied to it. Well, there's 1 die color applied to you, and now your rule doesn't matter. If this enemy is defeated, banish all dice applied to it. Well, I'm not going to put my red dice into banishment. I want it to be one of these yellow ones that stink. So we're going to go with the next roll. This is roll number 2, and we are looking. Oh no. Okay. I'm not doing that. I'm not going out that way. So for my last one, I'm going to take all the rest of these greens and I'm going to throw them in there too. We're rolling all this stuff. Here we go. All right. So I've got 1 hit with the green. I can apply that very last minute, and oh, that was painful. But what I get to do now, this is an instant. It's got a lightning bolt, and I can make this a 3. And this is over here now, and this is gone. These guys also over here. No committed doubles for his special ability. Discard 1, 2 enemy from the engagement. No reward. Okay. That's kind of a neat thing. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to activate this and recover all my blue dice, which is just 1. and get rid of him to make room for this thing. Alright. Now my recover dice step, I get 3 back. I'm of course going to pick this guy and these 2. Because of this, I get a yellow and a green. So I get that. I haven't gone down in health yet. So now I just got a bunch of dice kind of hanging out. I need an easy one. All right. So, what did this say here? In a single, I did this. I've accomplished this next task, and now we're down to this. What does it say? While this is your current mission, you may okay, this one lets me put doubles on there. All right, don't have a lot of dice left. Okay. So we're going to take him. Oh wait, and so it's the end of the round. I'm supposed to discard a card. Don't have many left over here. Let's go ahead and just get rid of this guy, I guess. No, I like him better anyway. Pulling him down to fight. Skip the recover dice step. Not fun. Okay. Skip the recover dice step. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Let's It's not going to leave me with much. I should have saved that blue thing, I guess. Okay. Could just skip him and go to fight the next one. But he's going to give me 2 more health if I beat him. I only need 3 to get him. Oh man, I'll put more of those things in there. Okay. Let's see if we can get... oh man. I'm going to blow this thing. I'm just going to get rid of this guy. I get no reward. Then he comes down. Items cannot be used. No problem. 5 wounds. That's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. Let's hope and pray we get a double in here. Okay. Maybe a couple. That'd be great. Like I said, a couple of those would be awesome. So now we got these 2 committed. We'll throw him in there too. He is defeated. Manage 2 dice from my dice pool and immediately defeat 1 level 1 enemy. Interesting. Okay. Alright. So he's defeated. It's the end of the round. And because of this rule, I can bring these 2 back. Because of this, I can bring 3 more back. And with this, I get a yellow and a green. I did pretty good managing my dice overall, I have to say. This guy goes over here. Now I've got an empty space. Oh, I forgot to do anything with this. Okay. So if I choose, I think I can choose not to fight the boss right now. And try to do this still. Or I can just take the extra enemy, although these are nuts. Well, it's the end of the round. I'm going to discard a card. This crazy one or that crazy. We'll do this one. Alright. So there's my 1 enemy discarded. Yeah, I guess we're going to say I did not accomplish this and just reap what I sow. Alright, so normally this would be bringing in 2, but because this did not get done, I'm bringing 3 in. Alright. Final battle. There's the boss. What does the boss say? Hits can only be applied to enemies if all unapplied dice or hits. Dice applied to the alpha beast are not removed in the exhaust dice step. So these can pile up. I can take approximately 1 hit. Gosh, he's a 12. He's a 12. And he's bringing 3 people with him. I'm of course going to go for this guy. I'll take this guy. This is ignored during this part, during the final boss battle. In fact, let's kind of set him right here. And here's his 1, 2. And I guess this one. Alright, so here's the final fight. Here's what dice I got left. So I can't use, while he's alive, I can't use green dice. For each die I commit, I must first commit all dice from our dice pool the same color. A max of 2 dice can be applied to enemies in each apply dice step. My goodness. What a waste. I only got 3 tries. I probably will die right here. Oh gosh, and I cannot. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna die in one round. This is terrible. What a terrible one to have an extra card for. I should have just. Ooh, I should have done something else. Okay. Okay. So if I roll everything and then they miss, I can't do green ones right now. Yellow ones will probably miss. These might hit. They have to all be hits to do anything. Might want to just start with this. See if I can take out some of these guys to make it easier. Alright. Roll number 1. Wow! Wow! That was nice. Okay. So, for each dice that I commit, all dice, each dice. Okay, so all the dice that go on this one need to be the same color. Well, here we go. There's the same color. And now your rule is gone. I get an instant of making this go up. So this is now 4. And this is gone. Wait, I couldn't commit anything because, wait, they were all hits. Okay, they were all hits, so this is still legal. Okay, okay. Let's see, after each dice roll step, a max of 2 dice can be applied to enemies each applied dice step. Oh gosh. Alright, let's go ahead and commit these 2 to you. Or do I want to get rid of this guy? He's 3. That doesn't kill him though. Alright. So let's do this. I'm going to commit 1 double over here, 1 double over here. I've got, thanks to that card, I've got 3 more tries. I'm still legal as far as what I've committed and everything else. So I'm going to pull some more dice down. We'll roll these 4. And here we go. Not good. I can't apply any unless they're all hits. I'm doomed. So here's roll number 3. Well, I guess well, that's a double at least. Alright, let's go again then. Oh my goodness, thank you. Okay. Of course, this is 4. The only way I can survive is to defeat these 2 and then go all out for the other guy. So, only 2 dice committed, but that takes him out. So he doesn't. His rules don't matter anymore. Huh. And I'll go ahead and swap his little rule out with this one. He says, each roll dice step in which I roll at least 3 different dice colors, I can change a miss to a hit. Alright, so that's pretty nice. We'll put in there. And I've got 2 more dice here. Only need 1 to finish him off and 1 to get him started. Alright, So now I can commit green dice if I choose. Oh, he had an instant effect too. Yeah, he's adding another one to my, what? I don't, yeah. So this is going to a 4. That's nice. Alright, so with his special rule, I can take 2 committed doubles back. With his special rule, I could take a yellow and a green. And that's all I really got going on. Let's see, my recover dice step, I can get 4 back. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll take these 4. These guys are locked away. This is locked into here. It's the end of the round. I did not defeat him, so he attacks him. I've got now 1 health. Sorry, I think I was on the wrong camera there for a minute. So this is how it's ended up. This is what I've got left for dice. This is what I'm about to commit to finish him off. He took 2 hits out of me, so I am down to 1. This fellow here did increase my my return value, or whatever that is, or my recovery value. So I've got some dice, but they have to all be hits to work on this guy, and I've got 11 more to go. So this is a long, long road with this. But back to the dice cam. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, but they have to all be hits. So that's 1. 1 of 4. There we go. There's no way to do this unless they're all doubles. 3, 4, 5. And then I got 2 more tries. I'll throw these guys in and hope they're all hits. Okay, I've only got 1 more try. I'm going to go ahead and commit these things. Oh, I can't commit any because they're not hits. Right, because of these I can't do it, so I'm just going to roll again as I catch everything. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I have lost. And the reason I lost is I can only apply hits to enemies if all unapplied dice are hits. So I couldn't have put this here because these unapplied dice aren't hits, and therefore I can't win. And when you can't win, it means you've lost. So folks, I got right to the end and then was dispatched by a really, really tough opponent. Perhaps I should have gone through the other stacks and like upgraded my stats a little bit more. That probably would have helped. I find that with this game, sometimes I run right through it, and sometimes I'm just utterly defeated. In fact, I've been defeated in about 2 or 3 hands. Sometimes it just stacks up, and in a weird way, it's difficult. And a solo game should be at least a little difficult. I think the more challenging they are, the more interesting they are. So thank you for joining me on this playthrough of Solar Sentinels. I'd be interested in your feedback on how this thing looked overall and how it sounded overall. I'm practicing a little bit of sort of editing as you go, and these different camera angles, and try to keep it interesting and easy to see. You know, I'm just trying different things. This could turn into a live stream one day. I'm not committing to any of that anytime soon, but I'm practicing, trying new things. I hope you liked it. Till next time, enjoy your games. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.